Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel for everything Arsenal and everything football. Thanks for being here. I hope you're all doing well. And welcome to another opposition preview. This time round, it's going to be Wolves. So unfortunately, we went out of the FA Cup because we'd have been facing these guys twice in like a week. But next week, they're going to play Southampton in that competition. And I have two very, very, very special guests. From wondering about Wolves, Ray and our dad, how are you guys?
Very well,
Thank you.
Good. Yourself, you okay?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, if you were to ask me that question, I wouldn't have been okay because we were losing game after game after game. And sorry to you guys, I know you've been going through the same recently, but I'm hoping things turn for you after the Arsenal game, obviously. I hope things turn around for you. So I'll start with the Crystal Palace game. I'll start with you, Dad. And Crystal Palace, what did you make of that game?
Oh, not good. A disappointing performance. A lot of players playing below their normal standards, which has been the case for some weeks now. A lot of players giving performances 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 4 out of 10. Yeah. There's a lot of players who under par, and I think Nuno really does need to have a look at it because there's players available, younger players maybe like Owi Notasewi and Vitina, people like that, who maybe could be worth a shout because some of the bigger names who have been doing well over the past couple of years, they're in a really bad run of form at the moment.
How about you, Ray?
Hey, about Jim, what do you think about the Palace game? What was your opinions on the Palace game?
It really wasn't the best game. As you said, individual players not playing up to their standards. People aren't doing their jobs. Like, we need to link the midfield and the attack better. It's just defend.
There's been a real lack of a link between our midfield and our attacking players. Yeah. You know, the midfield are so passive in their play, and it's a lot of sideways, backwards, not a lot of penetrating passing, and that's why we're finding it hard to get up the field quickly and exploit the counter-attack.
And we need to gamble on our chances up front.
We're getting some decent balls in the box. We have been doing in previous games as well, and not been getting on the end of them. We've had William Jose coming now, and he had a good debut.
Yeah, so 2 shots on target.
Yeah, he got 2 efforts on target. He was unlucky not to score. So there was a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel because I think if we give him the right service, William Jose could prove the answer because obviously we've lost Nez and missed him greatly.
Yeah, Rai, I'll start with you in the next question. Where do you think you guys do better? Is it at home at the Molineux or away from home? Where do you prefer to play?
Well, I don't know now. Without fans, there's no difference really.
That's right.
You know, usually the fans boost your confidence and get your adrenaline going, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think Wolves at home have missed the fans greatly.
Yeah, we all miss going to the Molineux as well.
Yeah, Molineux had been a fortress for us. Without the fans, I think Wolves have struggled greatly. I know every team have experienced the same. Wolves fans really were the 12th man at Molineux and we drive the team on. So our form away from home and at home as well, you know, we've struggled wherever we've played. Wherever we've played them just as bad lately.
Yeah. So I remember when you guys were promoted 2 seasons ago and you totally beat us at your place. You had a back five of Ryan Bennett, you had Cody, you had Bolly, you had Johnny on the left, you had Matt on the right, and you used to be very solid defensively and used to score goals. So what has worried you so far this season? Is it the fact that you're not scoring the same number of goals you were scoring, or is it the defending?
There's problems both ends of the pitch. There's problems both ends of the pitch. We've lost a lot of players through injury. We've lost Doherty, we've sold to Tottenham. Jota was sold to Liverpool. Yeah. And the players we've bought in the transfer window, there was a lot of money spent on potential. A lot of players who've got potential to do well. Not a lot of established first-team players coming, only Nelson Semedo and Fernando Marçal. Now, Marçal has been good when he's played, but
he keeps getting injured.
He's struggled with injury. Semedo, he's took his time to get into the Premier League. He struggled at first, but he's gradually improving his performances. Now, our transfer windows over the last couple of years, I don't think have been great. And I think what we're seeing now is the after effect of bad transfer windows. And it's finally caught up on us. And we're struggling. Our sole players, we've got players out injured, a small squad, and you add all that together. And I think that's why we're in a bad run of form.
And we're not getting as much goals because our top 3 scorers are out. We sold Matt Doherty, we've sold Jota, and Jimenez is injured.
Yeah, we've lost a lot of goals.
We're losing all those goals.
We've lost a lot of goals from our players.
He was so unlucky with the injury because it was also happened in the Arsenal game. Any idea how long he'll be out for?
No, they will not give any time frame.
No.
They've said he's doing well. They've said he's progressing. I believe he's in light training now, doing very gentle things.
Yeah.
But whether he'll make it back before the season ends, it's anybody's guess.
I feel so bad for him, but hopefully he gets better soon. So, Raya, I heard you yesterday on Dazzling Dave's channel with Amy. I heard you saying you didn't like Patricio should be dropped. Are you still standing by that?
Patricio.
Well, he hasn't been in very good form this season, as good as he was last season. And John Ruddy has been doing good in his cup games. So maybe we should give John Ruddy a chance.
Yeah.
No.
There is some Wolves fans who think that, Patricio's a great goalkeeper.
Yeah.
He's got the pedigree, he's got the class, and he's got the experience. No one's doubting that. But everybody is susceptible to upturns and downturns in form.
Yeah.
Now, Patricio's form over the past couple of months hasn't been the best.
No.
There is goals conceded when he will be disappointed and he knows he should have done better. I've read public statements from him when he's admitted he should have done better on certain goals. Now, whether it could do more harm than good to bring Ruddy in and drop him, whether that would hurt his confidence and in the long run that would be a worse move, I don't know. But I can understand some people like Raya. Raya's an advocate for it, but I think even you have softened a little bit, haven't you? And you did say that maybe you'd give him one more chance.
Yeah, just maybe one more, see if he can do any better.
Yeah, maybe
and
just
if he does, it'll boost his confidence.
Yeah, give him another go, but I don't think Nuno will drop him because Nuno's hung his hat on Patricio. He's going to stick by him and he's going to play him. John Ruddy is there as the cup goalkeeper and that's all. So I don't expect a change to be made, but some Wolves fans I think would like to see it, but I don't expect it to happen.
Okay, not everything is negative at Wolves. Let's get it right. Not everything is bad at Wolves. There's a positive at Wolves, and the cup run this season, you've beaten Crystal Palace in the FA Cup, you've beaten Chorley in the FA Cup. So, Dad, are you hoping for a good run in the FA Cup this season? If you beat Southampton, three games away from the final.
Exactly. I think that's all we've got to cling to now. We need to make sure we secure our league position. We don't want to go to sleep on that. We don't want to sleep on that and think, we're safe because we will drop like a stone. We've got to get that business sorted, win a few games, get clear of relegation, get nice and safe, and then we've got the FA Cup. That can be one success story of the season.
Because all I can see is mid-table for us.
That's the best.
At best.
At best is mid-table.
So I think we really need to make sure we have a good team for the FA Cup matches and go strong.
Go strong for the Cup, because if we beat Southampton, like you say, then we're in the quarterfinals. Anything can happen from there. So the FA Cup does represent our best chance of having a successful season.
Yeah, and you're no longer there in that competition anymore, so you have a chance. As long as Arsenal is not there, anyone has a chance to win it. So sorry to remind you guys about your season so far, but I'll have your stats going, scrolling down the bottom right now. So this season so far, I can see you've played 21 games, you've won 6, you've drawn 5, you've lost 10, you've scored 21 goals and conceded 30, a goal difference of -9 and 23 points. So Raya, did you expect to be higher than this by this time?
Yeah, definitely. There was a stat that said we've lost the same amount of games half of this season than we did the whole of last season, which is showing we're losing. We need to get those wins.
Yeah, I think we're all expecting a better season than this. I think if we were in and around the top 8, I think we'd be satisfied. If we were pushing that Europa League place, top 8 sort of position is what we was hoping for. I mean, obviously, anything above that would be great. But I think a minimum expectation was to be the top 8, looking to qualify for the Europa League. So we're all disappointed and shocked, really, at how bad the season's turned out.
Yeah.
You definitely expected to be in the top 10 by now, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate for you guys, but I want to ask you guys about your best performance this season so far in the league, because you beat us obviously at the Emirates. You drew with Tottenham last minute equalizer, something like that. You beat Chelsea. So what has been your best result so far?
What do you think?
I think it was when we bet Arsenal, mainly, because Raul Jimenez's injury, and it was so hard for the players to keep going. But we made it through, we won, and since the injury, everything's gone downhill.
That was a great result for us because of the Jimenez injury. It was such a nasty thing to witness.
It was so hard for the players.
The players must have been shaken. The staff, it was a horrible thing to see their friend and the teammate hurt so badly. We were all worried and concerned. So to pull through that game and somehow manage to get a win against a quality team was, that's got to be one of our best performances of the season.
To be fair, we weren't that much quality those days. We used to be terrible, and it just added to our pain. And thanks very much, Ryan, for saying that was your favorite result. Thank you for that. But so let's go to the next. Oh, you also got a point away to Chelsea. That was good. So how about the negatives? You've lost to Crystal Palace recently. You lost to West Brom at home. I know that one really hurt you guys. You lost to Aston Villa, another one that I know really hurt you guys because of the derbies and stuff. Lost to Burnley and a few others. Liverpool, West Ham early on in the season. So, Dad, what has been your worst performance this season?
What do you think for worst performance?
I think it's against West Ham. 4-0 defeat. Yeah, we got hammered.
I think, the West Ham.
Literally.
It was poor. We looked a million miles off it, and it could have been worse. We could have been 5 or 6. It was that bad of a performance. It was, I think, definitely one we'd look back on as when the season's finished as that's got to be up there as our worst performance of the season. But also, like you say, losing to Albion at Molineux.
Oh, our derby match.
Yeah, losing to Villa at Molineux. Yeah. Really disappointing, really hurtful. And, just to lose against the Albion, you can ask any Wolves fan and they'll tell you the one game you don't want to lose is against West Bromwich Albion. And to be 2 in front and then throw it away like we did and play so poorly was hurtful and embarrassing, to be honest.
Yeah, I knew how much pain you guys would be going through, especially the fact that in both those games you considered penalties, like Villa last-minute penalties. So, Semedo, I wanted to ask you about Semedo, new signing. So, Raya, have you been happy with him replacing Doherty?
It took him a while, as you said, to get into it, but he's been better lately.
Yeah, he has been improving.
And he's had to move to the left side a few of the games. So it was hard for him to do that transition, but he's took it and he's been trying.
We've had troubles at left back. We've had injuries to Nouri, Johnny, Marcel. So now Semedo has been forced to go over and play left wing back.
He's our only option.
Which ain't his natural side, but he stuck to his task there, and he's been giving decent performances. And when he's played on the right, he has been gradually getting better, and we've saw him adapt to the Premier League as time's gone on. So I think going forward, we're hoping for even more from him and more displays, more consistent displays from Semedo. Yeah.
So you guys have been linked to this guy I'm going to put on screen right now from Arsenal, Maitland-Niles. Would you like to get him for 20 million, let's say?
We've been linked a long time with Ainsley Maitland-Niles. He's a really good young prospect. And every time I've seen him play, I've liked what I've seen. He's versatile. He can play in midfield. He can play in defence. He can play either side as a fullback. I like what he has to offer. Whether we'll go back in for him now, we've done other business. When we was interested in Maitland-Niles before, we hadn't previously signed Marcel, we hadn't signed Semedo, we hadn't signed Nouri. So a lot of business has been done since we were linked with him and since we were interested in him. So for that reason, Nuno might not want to go back in now because he's already brought players in to fill those gaps. But I do like him, and I wouldn't be averse to seeing us go back in and try and get him because I think there's more upside to him than some of the players we have signed in the summer. Yeah.
Raya, who has been your best player this season so far?
I think Neto, because he's stepped up since Jota's been gone. He has a really good left foot, and he's been my best player this season.
Yeah, he's our joint top scorer.
Jimenez.
He's a creative player, but he gets goals as well. He goals and assists. Low centre of gravity, very good at dribbling with the ball, can take people on, a deceptive turn of pace. He can accelerate well and get away from people. People often think Wolves' pace comes just through Traore because, his zoom is gone. But Neto is so quick and he can slow a defender down and accelerate very quickly away from them.
He's got pace.
He's very quick, very low centre of gravity, good technical ability. So, I think Pedro Neto, most Wolves fans would agree, has been like our player of the season so far.
Yeah, I remember 3 moments from the top of the head. The run against Chelsea where you beat them 2-1. There's the game at Stamford Bridge the other day where he hit the post unluckily. And also, there's a time I think he crossed a ball so well for Fabio Silva, and he missed such a open header where he ran like past 3 players and put in a very good cross. Sorry for reminding you of that.
Yeah, that's right. Neto has been our bright spark in the season, and he's been one of the few players who's played consistently, not got injured.
Yeah, usually be like hot and cold, or someone's got injured and they're out.
But Neto consistently has played well.
Yeah, and he's very young as well. I usually used to think like he's 24 or something, but he's like 20 or something. So very, very young. So
great potential going forward. Imagine when he's 25 years old, you know, how he'll have come on and improved. He's had a very, very strong season so far.
So on screen right now is your next 5 fixtures. You have Arsenal at home, you have Leicester at home, you have Southampton away, Leeds at home, and Newcastle away. So a possible 15 points. Dad, how many points do you think you can take from those 5 games?
Oh, I don't even want to say.
The current way we're playing, the current form that we're in.
Yeah.
That's about 4.
Yeah. Leicester and Arsenal, I ain't got much hope for. Southampton away.
Maybe
there's only
Newcastle.
Leeds and Newcastle. Maybe we could pick up some points there. Pick up an odd draw. So let's say if things go okay, maybe 5 points. I don't think we get anything from Arsenal. I think you guys will beat us. I don't expect nothing from Leicester. Southampton maybe a draw. Leeds maybe a draw. Newcastle maybe a win. So maybe 5 points.
I mean, Arsenal, since you guys were promoted back, you've only beaten you once, and it was at Molineux last season after lockdown. The others we've drawn and you've beaten us. Leicester at home, I remember there's a time Jota scored a last-minute winner 4-3. Southampton away, you'll be playing them twice in a week, just like we did against them. Anything can happen in both games. Leeds, obviously, they just beat Leicester today, but they concede a lot of goals. And Newcastle away, like, come on, they've not been that good this season. So you're saying 4, just 4?
I'll say 5. I'll say 5.
5 points. So,
2 draws,
1 win and 2 draws.
Yeah, that's all.
That's all.
Wow.
That's like what we're going to
do. That's. I know you may be surprised, but seriously, if you've been watching Wolves this last couple of months, you'd understand where our lack of trust and lack of belief comes from.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm expecting you to pick up at least 9 points from that. Not just saying that because you guys are here, but you'll beat Leeds, you'll beat Newcastle, and you'll probably beat Southampton. They've not been at the best of forms recently. And then second last question is on Nuno. Raya, do you like Nuno? I've been watching Dave from Talking Wolves and from Dazzling Dave. There's a lot of comments about Nuno out. Are you still confident in him?
Yeah, he's definitely the right man. He's took us up to the Premier League, and I think he's just right. We have had a lot of injuries and problems in the club, and people are blaming it on Nuno. Yeah, you can't blame him for everything, can you?
Yeah, I think what's happened here is we've had a transitional season where we've tried to change what we are. We've tried to change our identity.
I think we've been searching, haven't we?
We've been looking for a different way of playing. So we went with a 4 at the back, and we tried to alter the way we played. We tried to be a more progressive team who keep the ball more and have more possession and try to dominate games rather than sitting, absorbing pressure and playing on the counter-attack. Nuno wanted, I believe, he wanted to take us to the next level, thinking we'd hit a ceiling at around that 7th place where he couldn't really take us any further without us evolving and becoming a more dominating possession-based team. Now, he's tried to do that without a pre-season. So he didn't have the time with his squad to work every day on the training ground at a new system, new way of playing, different tasks and different responsibilities for each player. Now, that's a big ask to try to just, without a pre-season, to try and turn a team like that, especially when you're losing players through injury. We need time. I think he's realised now that his experiment was failing because results have been bad. So we've gone back to try and shore things up to what we know. Now, I think that'll be enough to get us through and pick up enough goals to stay in the league. If we can get a pre-season next year and Nuno gets the time to work with the players, get a few new bodies in and have that important time on the training field to work day in, day out on a new system, then maybe it could come to fruition. I think sacking Nuno would be the wrong move.
Who else are you going to get?
We've panicked before. Last time we were in the Premier League, we panicked and we sacked Mick McCarthy, and then we sank like a stone down to League One. Down to League One. So let's stick with Nuno. We're going through a bad time. All clubs go through bad times, and we know we're going through a bad time now. But now's not the time to jump ship. No. Stick with Nuno, support Nuno, and then we can come through it the other side together. We're stronger.
Yeah, you're not gonna get relegated this time. I'm gonna assure you guys of that. You're not gonna get relegated. There are like at least 8 worse teams than you guys, so you're not gonna get relegated. So quickly, give me a starting lineup for the game. Which players you want to start for you guys?
I'd have Patricio in goal. You know, give him one more chance. Okay. He has been on a bad run of form, but I think one more chance will be fine. And then Hoover at right back. And Smido at left back. We don't have any other choice at left back, really. That's all we can do.
That's the only options we got at wing back. It's got to be Hoover and Smido in the wing back slots. Yeah.
And then Cody Kilman centre defence. Yeah. Cody wasn't very good last game against Palace, but we don't have any other options.
Again, lack of options.
Yeah.
We don't know where Sace is.
Disappeared.
Sace has disappeared. We don't know whether he's
scored so many goals.
Yeah, Sace
pieces as well.
Yeah, he's useful. Sace, but he's disappeared. But we don't know whether he's injured or whether he's moving because he's out of contract this summer. So there has been whispers he might be moving. So without Sace, there's a lack of options. So that's got to be the defence, really.
Yeah. Then in midfield, I have Neves and Otasewi, because Dendoncker and Moutinho didn't do very well last game.
Dendoncker and Moutinho were poor against Palace, really poor. So I think that area of the pitch needs freshening up. Neves has been one of our better players.
And I think we need to give Otasewi a chance.
He looks good. You know, he's big, powerful player, covers the ground. There's a lot of upside to Owen Otasewi. I think if Nuno gives it a little bit of faith in him and gives him the chance, he can repay him because I think he's got a lot of potential to be a good box-to-box, strong midfield player. Carry on.
Yeah, and then up front, I'd have Traoré, Jose, and Neto.
Yeah.
And I think Traoré, when he came on as sub, he was good against Palace.
Well, the thing is with Podence as well. Podence started that game,
and he wasn't as creative and not to his usual self, but he was injured. And then if he plays this game, you're asking him to play 3 games in a week straight after an injury.
Yeah, he's just come back from injury, and I think it's a lot to ask Podence to play 3 games in a week. So, yeah, I think Traoré's got to start wide right with Neto left. And Jose
as well. He had 2 shots on target last game. Yeah, I think he was our best player last game.
There is something there with him that we've been missing. Yeah. He has that physical presence that we've lacked. So Jose to lead the line with Traoré on the right and Neto on the left as a front 3.
Mm-hmm.
He came from Real Sociedad, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm not wrong, he did play with our new signing Odegaard in the same team. So that will be interesting to see them on the same pitch for different teams. So quick fire questions, no explanation, just one word answers. So Raya, do you think Arsenal should give more time to Arteta? Yes or no?
Yeah. Arteta's doing well. I don't know what Arsenal fans think about it, but I know they started the season slowly. But they've been on a really good run of form lately, and I think they're showing promising signs for the future. Yeah.
And who's your most important player in this game?
For Arsenal, who's the most important?
For you guys? For both teams. Yeah, for both
teams. For Arsenal, I would say David Luiz, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. If David Luiz can handle the physical threat of Jose, then I think Arsenal will be onto a winner. Because if you can keep him quiet, because I think we're going to try and get some balls in the box to him using his physical strength for him to get on the end of them. I think if you can nullify him, then you will keep a clean sheet. So I'm going to say David Luiz for Arsenal. Who would you say for
Wolves? I'd say Jose, because we've been missing the physical presence up front, like you said, because of Jimenez not being here.
Yeah.
And I think he's our main one to get our goals.
I think that's a key battle. You know, your centre-backs against William Jose. Whoever dominates that area of the pitch, I think that could alter the result.
Yeah, you had to sign William Jose just before he played Arsenal. I knew you guys would have something under your arms. So, okay, prediction for the game?
I'm going to say 1-1 draw.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to score?
I don't think so. I think we'll lose. I think you'll beat us by 2 goals, 2-1, 3-1, 2-0, 3-1, something like that. I think you'll beat us quite easily. I'm not optimistic at all. Maybe like the Arsenal fans, I'm watching it thinking, Wolves have got a pretty good team. You know, this will be a tough game. If you've been watching Wolves lately, you'll have seen we are struggling big time. So or to all the Arsenal fans out there, I really think if you turn up and play well, you'll beat us, because we're struggling and our confidence is shot. So if you turn up and play to your capabilities, I think Arsenal will win. I hope they don't. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Wolves can get something from the game.
I hope you're right.
I think Arsenal will win.
Yeah, Ryan, who do you think will score the goals, the 1-1?
I think Jose will score for Wolves.
Yeah.
Like I said.
And for Arsenal, is Aubameyang going to be there?
I heard since he had traveled outside the country, he's going to have to isolate, so I don't think he'll be ready.
For Arsenal's goal scorer, if you ain't got Aubameyang, it'll just be someone like maybe Lacazette or maybe Saka.
Yeah.
Saka, I think, will be back, won't he?
Yeah.
So, I like Saka. He's a good player, good young talent. So, we'll go with Saka for Arsenal's goal.
Thank you guys for coming on. I really appreciate it. I'll leave the links, the first 2 links in the description to their YouTube and to their Twitter. Raya, thank you very much for coming on. Did you enjoy it? I hope you guys get a good result.
Oh, thank you. We need the look as well.
We need it. You don't need it. We need it more. We need it more.
Yeah. And Dad, final words?
My final words, if Arsenal win, then the pressure will pile on Nuno. So hopefully, for Nuno's sake, if nothing else, we can get something from the game, because the more this bad run goes on, the more the Wolves fans are getting restless. So we need something desperately to turn our season around.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming. No problem. I appreciate it. So you can catch their reviews on Dazzling Dave YouTube channel. I think he recently changed his name to Wolves Fan Dazzling Dave. You can check his reviews there. And a very, very good channel. I really enjoy it. So that's why I called you guys on, from a million of Wolves fans. I find you guys so interesting, and you literally say everything direct. So that Patricia one caught me off guard yesterday. But thank you everyone for watching. Make sure you subscribe to their channel, and I'll catch up with you guys later.
Thank you.